today. Two of the governors who served while Mario Cuomo did in Vermont looked back on the man they got to know both publicly and privately, saying not only was he a tremendous speaker, but an exceptional leader, too.
When Cuomo entered the room, it was like a parade.
A meeting aboard the Jupiter in August of 1988 is a highlight of former Vermont Governor Madeleine Kunin's times, shared with Mario Cuomo.
We signed a document that we would cooperate together to clean up the lake. Obviously, that's still a work in progress, but it was the first time that three leaders had gotten together who bordered Lake Champlain.
Then both Cuomo and Kunin were in the middle of their tenures as governor. Now with the news of his passing, the former Vermont leader says she always considered the New York neighbor an ally.
He was a good old-fashioned liberal, and didn't mind seeing himself or other people seeing him that way.
Cuomo, considered by some a political powerhouse, was applauded but also antagonized on occasion in the 4 northern counties of New York. In the spring of 1994, the then governor responded to rumors he was disliked in the North Country.
I think at times like this, when you have nothing but bad news to deliver to the people, whoever is in that position is going to have an image problem, whether it's New York City or the North Country.
6th-term Vermont Governor Howard Dean's time in office overlapped with Cuomo's. He says Cuomo was a kind of beacon of what every Democrat should aspire to be.
Here was this guy with his New York accent, with this incredible intellect and soaring rhetoric coming along, and he just really energized the Democrats and made us understand what it was to be a Democrat and why we were Democrats.
Dean says he considered Cuomo a mentor and somewhat of an icon for the country. Kunin says she always felt in sync with the risk-taking governor and admired how eager he was.
I never had to argue with him. I think if you were on opposite sides, he'd be a tough opponent because he's so bright and so quick. But fortunately, we were on the same side, and he was deeply concerned about Lake Champlain, as I am, and I was happy, very pleased to work with him.
This evening, the Cuomo family announced when and where Mario Cuomo's wake and funeral arrangements will be held. Calling hours for the former governor will be Monday afternoon in Manhattan. Also in the city, a private funeral service at St. Ignatius Loyola Church on Tuesday. Live in the newsroom tonight, Hannah McDonald, WPTZ News Channel 5.